There we go. All right. So possibilities. Always look at possibilities when I look at a pattern, even the ones I don't care to think about. So the bearish possibility is that today turns into an ugly day and we get a down day, maybe closing below these lows, which, if it doesn't break below here, could turn into a miracle reversal, meaning Mr. Schizo flips it back around the next day. Or this thing turns into a measured move to the downside, which just eyeballing it, put it probably below that low or thereabouts. Let's not go there yet, but at the end of the day today, we're going to have a truer insight as to that possibility. Possibly this goes further down. Right? Maybe if it breaks here and we get a little peekaboo new low and reversal, and this turns into a bottoming tail bar, where if it does that, and if it's a green one, we're going to have to sell Dan's new condo or get a second loan and go all in if we get that type of situation. Or just a green day, flipping around back and forth here, inside kind of day, and that would be okay. But if we got the bottoming tail bar one, that would be powerful. So we'll have to see how this turns out. Just neutral here, as you can see, just going sideways, back and forth. Wait to see what it's going to do. And basically, you have to go with that, and we'll see. Let's take a look at the S&Ps. Pretty much the same. Kind of pushing under yesterday's low. But, it's okay. If it turns into a bottoming tail bar, that is going to be an amazing setup to go long. Bottoming tail bar pokes down here, rallies back, and can hang up there. Wow, if we could get that. Let's see. I didn't see this earlier. Wow. So we got the Dow here breaking. I guess, okay, Dan is saying Boeing is dropping. It makes sense. And just initially looking at this, it's not the kind of pattern like the other two. If it turned into a bottoming tail bar, we're going to go with the spiders. That'll be the best looking one. See where these things go. And as we do, look at other markets for insights. And of course, we'll look at this to see if it does turn around. But this has a void below, as you can see. There's nothing under here until it gets down to this 25,600, right around here, because it went up. Right, same old momentum move higher, wide range bar, going to be creating a void in a lower time frame, and that's exactly what we got. So it's either going down or it's got to turn into a shakeout relatively soon. So we're going to see how that turns out relatively soon, like probably in the next half hour or so. So bottoming tails failing, buyers stepping up on each dip. Yesterday, bears won it, and that didn't really mean much of anything until today, because that could have been followed by another bottoming tail bar. And it's early. It could be. It could be a great one since it's already below the lows if it rallied back here. So we'll see. Bonds still heading down to support. Yields going up. Supports financials. Not so good for utilities, which has been having a pretty bullish pattern. Still does. So that increase in yields has not had a negative effect. And maybe that's kind of like, I don't know, bearish view on the market with all this trade BS going on. I don't know. It's not following the intermarket analysis script to a T like it had been. So we'll just have to see if it comes back into alignment or not. Gold heading back to the downside again. It's got some support here, but it just does not look good from anywhere. Going to longer time frames, just taking a look at the regional banks. It's pretty sloppy. It's had a lot of false starts and false drops to go in either direction. So very indecisive there. Energy. We talked yesterday about the breakdown and then that big rally and the retest. So we're waiting here. And let's see here. Internet. It's kind of hanging on to the edge of the cliff here. We'll see which way that goes. We're not doing anything here pre-market. Biotech. Space. Technology. So we're in limbo here, right? We really don't know whether this negative morning is going to follow through to the downside or can turn around. So we are kind of on the fence here this morning to see what kind of follow through or the lack thereof there is. And I guess we're going to be waiting a little while. Is there any disasters or giant moves up here?
The only one would be if the print's real is ACN, but there's no volume, so I can't tell. But I'm showing a print like $4 lower on my minder, but no volume, so I don't trust it.
I don't see it on the chart, and I see prints going off at 168.33 was the last one. There was something at 155. Those pre-market stupid stuff going on. It's like
right, and that's what I just saw. The one print down there was all.
I see one at $200. Who knows?
Yeah, then it's nonsense. We got to wait and see. But no, other than that, a few things down, but holding up. A few things green in a weak market. So no, we have no disasters. None.
Okay. So our internals are almost there. So a down day would be just, and then turn it around. But we didn't get a close yesterday down below 1.2, but this is pretty close. And yesterday it was like 1.33 or so. Breadth is down below minus 100. It could go lower, if we got a sell off. And our moving average of sentiment is just into the upper band here. Ideally it pokes down here, but you see when they just touch in a nice strong uptrend, it can get going. So bull markets do not get to as bearish and extreme as bear markets. Right? Makes sense. But, even during a bull market correction, a bigger one, it can come down into the bottom bands here. And ultimately that 1.2 is very extreme. And you can see over here, up near the high, they got, in just to touch the bearish extremes. So we're into the zone where it makes sense to see a turn. We just got to see buyers step up here. And, I actually like the fact to have a third day and that the third day to be a green one. And, all of that being done, we got a nice swing setup if it all comes into alignment. So we shall see. And that's it for me, Dan.
All right. Good morning, all. And yeah, we've been talking about, how this scenario will unfold, and that it was actually more difficult with the bullish reversal that we thought we had yesterday and us still wanting to get those internals a little more cooked. And we said, if they do get cooked, then we're probably going to be making new lows. And then we're in the scenario of an intraday turn, shakeout, bottoming tail, green close, bottoming tail, etc. And now with today's gap down, we're back into the, wait camp. But yeah, I mean, I got a ton of bullish positions on. I'm in the spiders, Qs. I mean, I'm pretty loaded here. Let's go through them. Our opens. Well, John, it's not nice. That was my worst, loss yesterday. But that's one trade of, I'm in like 15. All right, here we go. And I'm in some that you all are not in also. I'm in XLF covered call. I'm in GERN. I'm in this marijuana stock that Alex got me into. But it's a profit, so it's a good trade. We bought this yesterday. I got it right here at like 501, right there. And Greg, I thought you said charts don't work. But that was a perfect entry. Shop, that's another one I'm in, but I didn't make it official because it was too spready, and I did a video on that. Golf Delta, we have a put spread. It looks like it's gapping down a bit, but it's fine. We're way out of the money. P Papa, I'm in, swing trade yesterday. Walmart, long stock, but I personally, and I verbally mentioned it to what I was doing. I shorted puts that expire this Friday, and that's relative strength. It's green in a weak market, right? Anything green, oh, please be true. ACN 170, nice, green. I just saw that green pop into my open positions minder. Okay, KTOS, we're long stock. UTX, Condor, Gustavo, you missed a marvelous Condor trade here that we did out of the gate. We did the 137s, $2 wide, 130, $2 wide, 25% return on capital if it expires Friday, worthless in between those wide strikes. JWN, covered call, and the covered calls have been helping us a lot with our return on capital. Sienna, covered call. FTV, long stock. Home Depot, it's gapping up, so we're going to close that just at 2 cents, or let it expire worthless if you don't mind tying up the capital until Friday. It looks great. So it's up to you of whether you want to close it for 2 cents or not, just to eliminate gap risk and free up capital. That's it. MMC, long stock. I can't tell where it's trading. We're in trail mode. NSC, we did not get filled on the put spread yesterday with this gap up. See there? But that was a beautiful trade with the transports. Look at Lester. We have IT. We have ITA and IYT, both in the ETF trader. Sun, new trade yesterday. Yandex, we're looking to short, and that's still a valid trade if triggers. Post, long stock. PRSP, long stock, beautiful close yesterday, relative strength, that looks higher, looks great. APH, I was stalking, but I was trying to do a put spread and I never got filled. I just noticed, but I'll keep an eye on that again today to try it again. Netflix was a put spread over the high, Friday's high, or Thursday's high, whichever one's greater. Gapping down, but if it triggers, it's fine. All right, I think I got them all. Did I miss any? So see, Gustavo, we've been pretty busy. And there's no disasters and all that. So that's a great feeling. that our stock selection is holding up. Good. Oh, did I mention the Qs? We have a put spread, and that's weakening, but I've tightened the stop to Friday's low. But yeah, this is weak pre-market, gap down, ignored that. Lita, no, it's not. No, it's not. Ann is in it. I'm watching it. I think I have it in this list. Let's watch it on the next pullback. IBM, yeah, definitely. I looked at it the other day, though, Thomas, and there was no juice, but definitely that's a candidate. Absolutely it is. And I think I mentioned that in my video, maybe, when I talked about UTX. All right, I got 9 minutes. Let's get through as much of this as we can. Oh, I missed Apple, or did I? Being flat in a weak market, that's relative strength. So just because of time decay, we're going to show an open profit when the market opens. I guarantee. Well, I can't guarantee it unless, volatility skyrocketed. Bitcoin, still nothing. SMTC, set an alarm over the high. JWN, we're in, pulling in, but it's a covered call, so we're fine. Yeah, these marijuana stocks are still on fire. Papa is turning green now. And yeah, I mean, Alex and I were legging into covered calls yesterday. I'll see if we can get one more update to send an alert out. Baba, we were looking to short a bounce here after Friday's green bar. Breakdown, daily, weekly, monthly. This has a lot of room to fall to 120. So we got to keep an eye on Baba. All right, UTX now showing down 65 cents, which is totally fine. That's 133. Our strike is 130 to Friday. AON, will be a beautiful, if this sets up as a buy setup, look at that, breakout daily, weekly, monthly, multiple time frames are in alignment. This will be a no-brainer trade if we get a bullish setup on the daily, and then we time it with the mothership, and then it's just another trade to us. FND, I had this on my short list, short of bounce, post, where we talked about Autodesk. I'm waiting for a little retest here of some sort because I don't like the way it came in. But I like the weekly and monthly, and that's a put spread candidate. This one too, SMTC. Oh, I already mentioned that up here. Whatever, it might be in here twice. Yeah, there it is. Dropbox. There wasn't enough puts, but if this can develop and build a base, then we might swing trade that. Overstock on the breakdown here, we're gonna, it's right on the 200 on the weekly, but it still looks lower on all time frames. SQ, nothing yet. Yeah, SEDG, breakdown all time frames, we need a bounce. Fred Flintstone busted a move yesterday. Nice weekly now. We'll see if we can get a bullish 1, 2, 3, 4 or something like that. Roku would have been a fantastic put spread yesterday, right on this pullback to support. That would have been a no-brainer. But I'm looking at too many things. That's why I only put the best of the best in my thumbnails and set alarms for the others. Sono, ugly gap, 1765. That's an ugly gap. Wow. I mean, pity the people who got inside information or whatever reason made them buy that yesterday into earnings. They are waking up with a stomachache. They are not happy. And I almost sold a put spread there, and one of you saved me because of earnings. So thanks for that. But you know, if it has a big bullish 30-minute pattern, I'll consider selling a put spreads on it that expire Friday. There's the APH that I like. Shop, here's the one that I'm naked puts, way the heck out of the money. I'm like short the 126s, something crazy. So I did a 20 lot for do I have this in here twice? Yep. For a quarter, I did that. Jack, not ready, but let's see if he sets up. Fran is getting taken out to the woodshed. Look at that. Is that all-time lows now? Yep. Yep. Look at that. Gapping onto all-time lows. And this